Alright guys, so we're going to start with making websites today, which is pretty exciting. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at some websites. So let's take a look at, let's just go to a website. And for me, I'm going to go to Huskers.com. Huskers.com. So here is a standard web page, and you'll notice we'll start getting better and better at noticing a lot of these things. But take a look. We have a nice banner, and we're going to learn how to make those. A little slideshow going here, and kind of like a links section, right? And then these are links to different pages. So we're going to be able to do all of this in pretty short order. And one of the things that we got to know, I mean, the main way we do that is through HTML and CSS. So one of the ways to think about HTML and CSS is they're two different languages, and they look entirely different from each other, and they work in conjunction. So view HTML as the skeleton of the website. So HTML is the word team, and CSS is the way to make team red and in that font. And CSS gives you this background where it's kind of, it's got like the little cross lines. CSS is the part that makes it look pretty. So we got to start with the bare bones skeleton. So our website today is going to look kind of ugly, but that's okay. We love it like only a mother could, you know. So let's take a look at the HTML of this page. And I'm going to mess with this teams thing right here. So if I right click, I can do a whole bunch of things, and I've seen some of you guys already playing with this, so you know what's going on here. I could inspect an element or view the page source like this, and this is the HTML that they used. Right? It all looks really complex right now, but you'll start being able to like notice things that will make it like you'll start picking up on patterns. So if it looks overwhelming right now, don't worry. Soon you'll be able to just pick out what's actually important. I'm going to inspect element right now though, and I want to mess with this teams thing. And over here on this right side, we can see this is their HTML document. HTML documents begin with the tag. These things are called tags between the two like less than or greater than signs. They begin with an HTML tag, and they should end with the HTML tag. So I want to find the word teams in this whole thing. Just like our Google or our scavenger hunt, it'd be very stupid for me to look through all of this and be like, okay, is it in here? Is it in here? We could go for forever and try to find it. Instead, I'm going to hit Control F, and it's going to bring up this find thing, and I'm going to type in the word teams. And there's only one of one. It's right here. Now what you can see is team is a link, and this A thing stands for an anchor tag. We'll talk way more about anchor tags later on. But all that says is I want to go to a different page if they click the word teams. Well, I'm going to just change the word teams. I'm going to say Mr. Noner is the cheese. Nice. And when I do that, you can see it updates their site. I can just close that out, and now that is the new thing that they say, right? You can do this to any website. It doesn't actually change what the website is showing. Like, so if someone in Nebraska actually looked at this website, they wouldn't actually see that. All it's doing is your computer got a code of HTML, and it's your computer, Chrome or whatever, Firefox, whatever you're using, is just interpreting that HTML. And the way that we changed it, now it's interpreting it as this. So you can play around with websites and change pretty much everything. I could change that picture to any picture I wanted to. I could change the upcoming schedule. I could put myself as the starting quarterback. Could do pretty much anything. All right, let's start coding our own website. And it's going to start with a folder. So however you do it, you just need to create a folder. And we want to give it a basic name, like, I don't know, website. Let's do like, I don't know, practice website. Oh, God. Okay. And inside Practice Website, we're going to create a document. And you can use Notepad++ or you can use Sublime, whichever one works for you. I like using Sublime, so that's what I'm going to use. They're both available on your computer. So I'm opening up Sublime. Sublime looks like it has like a little image like this, if you can see me dragging it right here, or it's on your Start menu. So I'm going to open up a new Sublime folder and bring it on over here. And it just looks like this. Right now there's nothing to it. And the number one thing I got to do is I've got to start saving it. I can't just save it as Untitled, right? I need to save it as index, and then this is the important part. Everything we do has got to be .html. Right? If you do .html, then it views it as the hypertext markup language document that it is, right? It's going to take the text inside that and mark it up and make a website. I'm going to put this inside the Practice website just like that. Do I want to register? Nope. Nope, don't want to do that. Okay, so you can see my file in here. I can open it up and there's nothing there. Good, because I didn't code anything. If there was something already there, we'd have issues. Sorry, I had to get some tea, sore throat. So anyway, we have to name it as index.html. That's how you do your main pages all the time. So you don't do main.html, you don't do this is my homepage.com.html or anything like that. It's always index.html because like Google, here I'll just show you a quick example. When you go to my website, mrnoter.com, oh, no, never mind. I want to Google my website. When you go to my website, it needs to figure out a way to figure out. I have a main page, and then I have algebra, computer science, contact, and like a syllabus. What it needs to figure out is which of all of those pages is the home page, and it's not immediately obvious to the computer which it is. Well, one of the ways that the search engine decides which one's the main one is it goes for the one that's index.html. So this will be our main site. Okay. The way that you do this is you start off with the tag HTML. And we're going to go give us some spaces down, and we're going to do that again down here. So this means the beginning of HTML, and this is where I want my HTML page to end. And I'm just going to add something here. That means close it down, okay? So everything between these two is going to be in my document. You notice how I tab over? Every time I want to put something inside my page. Because it's inside my page, I want to take one tab over and I want to put that there. Now this is a really difficult thing for people to understand at first. The first tag here is head. So head is the brain of your website. Head is all the things that you can't see going on in the website. Every time you go to my web page, Google Analytics tracks that you came. That would be one thing that I would put inside of here. So I'd have that Google Analytics thing. I'd have a link in there, you know, Analytics. Don't make fun of me if I spelled it wrong. Or also you have your links to CSS would be in here. Because remember, that's how we get our style. Okay, that's not going to show up on the website as a word or anything like that. It's going to be invisible inside the head. Not inside the head, so you see I'm not going to tab in there. Not inside the head, I'm going to have the body of the website start. And I want the body at some point to close down. So I want to, in line with it, all the way down here, close down the body of my website. The body of the website isn't like the body of a paper where you have an introduction. Today I'm going to tell you about the 3 reasons why beets are superior to carrots, and that's your introduction. And then the body of your thing is like beets. Well, I can't even come up with reasons why beets are better than carrots. That's a ridiculous argument. But the body is not just the middle part; it's the everything. Everything that's visible. Inside the body, so a tab in, is going to be this thing called the header. Now the header is going to have your navigation, things like that. And it's also going to have, so if you're thinking about this as an English paper, your section is kind of like your body in an English paper. Your section is, and we can have multiple sections, but it's just, this is where a lot of the main stuff is going to go, in between these two section tags. Guess where our navigation is going to go? Right between the two header tags. And then we can also have a footer.